Kenya kalabari. Wapi kibote. Iyare. Alhaji Mujahid Dama Kritubo. Alhaji Mujahid Abubakar Dokubo Asari. Dabaya Makri the first. Amainabo of the source. Amainabo of Elen Kalabari. And the first Amainabo of Taurus Ramapri. Taurus Ramapri includes Menama, IJaw, and Elen Kalabari. The Amaina of Kalabari used to rule over the whole of that territory. Now the seat of the Amaina of Kalabari, King Amakri, is at Buguma. Indisputable. Over the years, people had fought and they had not succeeded. There is never in history where there has been an Amainabo of Buguma. Never. The colonialists tried as much as possible. We have to lay the background on what happened. If there were people who resisted colonial presence and the incursion of Christianity, it was the King Amakri household. And this brought so much hatred of the Amakris. There was this system that the Europeans used in deceiving and cajoling Africans in this part of the world. That is the trust chip. Trust. They give you goods to sell. And if you cannot pay back, you are going to be, even as a chief, your properties will be seized, and sometimes you yourself will be seized and taken away by the Europeans and taken away and sold into slavery. King Amakri ordered that there should not be trust. Bonnie suffered a lot from this trust chip. King Amakri ordered that there should not be any trust in Kalabari. I am establishing the basis for the hatred, the deep-seated hatred of the colonialists for the Amakris. The trust. When people go to take loan from the bank, you cannot pay back. You know these online loan syndicates that exist. They will tell you that you don't need collateral, you don't need anything. Just come and take the loan you take. The next thing they start to point, when you default, they start to publish your name. You are a fraudster. You are a 419. They send it to all the people. That was what the trust chip was, an evil system. The Bonny people buried themselves in trust, and they were taking. King Amakri said nobody in his territory will take trust. I don't know what transpired during the period of Tiger, King Tiger Amakri II, whether he allowed trust or not. Because not much is known about the reign of King Tiger Amakri II. King Amakri the third also fought against trustship. He did not just fight against trustship, he fought against Christianity. He refused to allow Christian incursion into Kalabari. And he insisted that the Europeans, in all their dealings with Kalabari people, should recognize them as king and recognize their Kasalabo as the spiritual head of the Kalabari people. You see, a lot of us, with low self-esteem. That is what is wrong with us. Low self-esteem. Our senator Pokier, Obeme Namapela and Gofodi, but he watched the burial of the Queen of England, of Great Britain. He saw all the rituals that were performed, some eating, some obvious. Or in a basikala to an Kalabari message, yeah, but it came because Abonim where he comes from, they refused to adopt what Kalabari people used to do. They make themselves kings without following the laid down procedure of becoming kings and chiefs. So you will destroy Kalabari, you destroy Kalabari way of life, you destroy Kalabari belief, you destroy everything. And the king refused to attend to the Europeans. They had to fire several shots with a British warship was brought from Fanada Pole to attack tussle Ramapri. Kalabari. It's recorded. We the Amakris, we don't boast. And that was what forced them to recognize him as the first person in the whole of this Africa, the first person they addressed and signed treaty with on 2nd of October 1850, King Amakri. That was the first time they signed treaty with anybody in the whole of Africa and recognized the person and addressed the person as king, because he insisted that Akasalawo was also a king, a spiritual king. But you recognize the Pope. The Pope is recognized as king, as head of state. But our own, no, you cannot be recognized. So after him, Abi came, Bonny had opened a Western school at Ogugubanga. The Kalabari also want to open a school. And they employed one European called Hooper. That is Upakri, which is now being confiscated in Buguma to be called Emekwama. Upakri. It was named after this man. This man was the man that our fathers employed and the man fell sick. Hooper fell sick and could not give effect to the contract between him and the king and chiefs of New Calabar. That was how Henrietta Kingsley Franklin recommended a white woman, a white explorer who was in Eden Calabar, that she had met one Samuel, Mr. Samuel Crowder. At Fulade College in Monrovia, Sierra Leone, in Freetown, Sierra Leone. And at that time, Ajayi Crowder was not a bishop, he was not a pastor, he was nothing. And that was how they brought him. When they brought him, King Abi, Prince Makri, sat him down. They sat together. They decided that all the chiefs should make contribution for the establishment of the school, which they called the Ridigikiri, and they warned him. Don't teach our children any religion. They have enough religion at home. Teach them the science, the magic, and the trade of the white man. That was what our fathers told Mr. Crowder, Samuel Crowder. That don't teach our children anything about religion. They have enough religion at home. Look at the level of intellect, the level of advancement of our fathers in 1864. Uwaselite is now talking. Today I'm going to shred everything he's talking about. Well, he has shown himself and we know. The old Kalabari will know. He said, "Don't reply." When you started the war, you fired the first shot. You submit you to gun. Big money master. He ain't there. He be me yes about time. Yeah, I'll tell him back. So that people will know. So there is this lie in Obama that people tell Ajaikada, one other Obama lie. Ajaikada buried Obama. It's Ajayi Crowder. It was not even Ajayi Crowder. It was Samuel Crowder at that time. Now they send their children to the school at Niridigikiri. The place was founded and the place was called Niridigikiri. And David West, several others went. When they came on holiday, they were in boarding. When they came on holiday, they started preaching Jesus Christ. I can solve this thing. That one. They refused, so they invited Ajayi Crowder. Ajayi Crowder, come. We paid you. You're our servant. We told you not to do this thing. And you did it. There's a consequence. The town revolted because the children have committed sacrilege by abusing, by insulting, by desecrating the various deities of the Kalabari people. So they beat him to the point of death. They were dragging him to the waterside to kill him. When the Turame, the Ogonomituru and Scooby-Turu, which head was Naidombo, came out and fought with the community, with the mob, and retrieved Samuel Crowder from them. Retrieved Samuel Crowder from them. And continued fighting the community until in the night, they took him in a boat and took him to Bonny. When Samuel Crowder left and went back to Senegal, he decided to go to St. Mary College and became a priest. And came back. Samuel Crowder vowed, hated that he will totally disintegrate Kalabari. So if you check the report of all the church intelligence report that I have followed, Samuel church intelligence report always report negative things. He called Kalabari cannibal. When every Kalabari person knows because of Akafo, cannibalism is not allowed in Elem Kalabari. There is nothing Ajayi Crowder did not do to demarket Kalabari in the world. When the crisis between the Wilbrade and the other Kalabari chiefs started, he supported and recruited traders to support Wilbrade. in the promise that all that time there was church in Bonny, there was church in Brass, there was church in Calabar, there was church in Ode Chekri, the kingdom of the Chekri people. It was only amongst the major kingdoms and city-state. It was only in Calabar that there was no Christian church. They had an agreement with Weybridge that immediately he wins and created an Opopo style. Even in Opopo, there was shot. An Opopo style revolt and dismemberment of Kalabari church will be established. That was why St. Andrew was a great church. Bacana. So what he was doing was to talk to the colonialists to totally dismantle, to make sure that the Amakri dynasty was dismantled. They refused to allow church. When Abolima was founded, they had their church. Buguma had its church in 1896. That was the first time Buguma had its church. Even when Buguma had its church, it was at Upakri, West African Training Institute, where Reverend Huge and an English Baptist minister had come. The school established at Niridikiri. When they transferred, the people of Kalabari transferred it to Buguma. So when Waserite is talking, I just laugh. That settlement, that school, West African Training Institute, was like Opodel in Calabar, and it has hospital, it has everything. In 1896, in Buguma, you saw the letter, the envelope, the doctor at New Calabar signed in 1892, requesting for prescription from England. I will show you the pictures. And that's why it is good for us to have this basic knowledge of who we are. Not to just to go and lift documents and start to talk on documents. It's so sad. But I'm going to shred all of them. You listen. You can make up your mind that you don't want to listen. That's your bloody business. No matter what we say, you have decided that's what you are going to believe. Continue believing it. All these years that you have been fighting the Amakrid, how have you succeeded? When Calabar is in trouble, that is when you know that Buguma exists. We are the Togi. We are the Togs for you. We are the people who will fight. You will not fight. That's why small Opudekema will be taking Abonima people for sacrifice every year. Be killing them every year. Kill people in Abonima. Abonima will not talk. When it comes to that, all Kalabari is now known. They've been killing people, though. They've never killed a Buguma man. They know. They've been killing people in that way. Oblegama people, they've been killing people. They've never killed a Buguma man all these years. Abonima na Krakra man na menke bra sekere. They know that when they kill a Buguma man, they know the consequences of killing a Buguma man. Every year they kill our people. It's Abonima people. It's so sad. So Ajayi Crowder when he came back, became a Jai Crowder and started the church. Our father saved a Jai Crowder. I will give like I said, historical correction officer. At the time Ajayi Crowther did that, he was our Crowther. He was not Ajayi Crowther. He was not even a priest. Ajayi Crowther, a slave, will be blessing a free man, a chief, head of humble group of houses. That's how they make us common. That's why the person who say will kneel down at Abonima Mogbo, that market will kneel down at Abonima Mogbo. They don't even know the spiritual implication of their actions. They do these things. They want us to talk so that we'll make enemies. If that Makri said, don't do this, then that Makri's son, Kalabanamo Bobo, kneel down, doing worst, transmitting spiritual energy. What Satan was asking whether that Makri or Robert Belebot. There was no need whether that man, he had no competition. Whether Robert Bello, the story is very clear. That Amakri. Now, when anything that will denigrate that Amakri, you say, I am not. There was a great fire in Kalabari. Go and read your book. Go and read the Memoirs of Captain Crow. Go to Jones. I have Jones here with me. Go to Jones. There was a great fire in Bonny that burnt most of the houses. And they said, because of the gunpowder they put in the houses, this fire are very, very likely at all times. Is there? It's in Captain, Members of Captain Crow. It's in Jones. So Kalabari, Ellen Calabar is an exception because they said the community. There was a great fire and the houses, the shrine of the gods were rebel because the houses were closer together, which James Babot reported when he came to meet Kamalo King James, according to you. Kamalo King James. He said the houses were closer together. And at high tide, water flows through the houses. You would deny. And Kalabari Kinesekapo kept it in our memory today. You go to Abonima, they sing it. You go to Bakana, they sing it. This song, you come to Bukuma, they sing it. Tombia, they sing it. Omotoru yu pakate imbremi na bobo aniserite. Owo mi ye, nabo na bobo, miji seri owe pebile mate. Miji seri wonite, owe pebile mam. To ume saka omotoru, float ite. Ume saka omotoru mo, saki omotoru mo. Minjongona teinte. Nabo na bobo. Isi manga goge iyani kalaba na mobo o botoro o 10 years. Obotoro is from the creek of Ellen Calabar. He goes to Obotoro. From Obotoro, Dabra Mujomi, Tuman Bagromi, Ose Bile Bagrime. Obotoro, you pakata, impremina bobo, and he said it. Oh, me, Nabona bobo, Michi said, Weta Bile Mate. Somebody just come up and think that you can speak English. If you PhD, baby, non baby. It means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. That King Abakri was a firefighter. Yes, he was. Go and look at the great fire in Bonny. It's in Captain Crow. It's in Jones. burning communities. The Great Fire of London, where they have thatch houses and it's clusters. He said they put gunpowder in all the houses, and this thing is very frequent. Well, address that. Let us now come. You said Damakri Yapo, Damakri Yanapo, Damakri Biampo, and then you made a lot of blunder. I want to ask you, tell us one person who correct bot. That Emekwe is, Okori owns Emekwe. Who is the mother of Emekwe? Be Kangama. Who is the father of Emekwe? Amiofori. Were they owned by Okori? Go to the observers of 1935. 1930, 1935. The conflict between the Oswald Manuel and the Bob Manuels of Abonim. You said he was the first Manuel. How can he be the first Manuel? Go to Megapolama create for Bra. Manuel Disinomi. Go to Wokapolo Okorimpomi Manuel Impomi. That it means different things to different people. But I'm now, all no reply here. In a copia. Amete oro ingibra in merite wabuzo oigi nakala soma 1935 national observer that okore oine tubo alapagaba to primo ani gbolaye inakobia meme gbagogo they were with him oina he could not hearing go the Manuels were the people who wrote this. The Manuels were the people who wrote this. They wrote these things. These were henchmen that his mother left for him. He could not make them cheap. And all of them followed Wokoma, all the Nakobias and all that, they followed Wokoma to this. What is left in the Manuel house in Abonima are members of Amakri's house. Who, because of their conflict with some people within Amakri's house, well, instead of going to other places, associated with him as Amakri's grandson, like Okorafo. Another and so on. They are associated with him, not because he's eating. Is there any record of any war he went to? Anywhere he went to fight? This is not insult, it's historical. Bring record of where Okori went to fight, which war he led, which war Bobawe led. Bobawe was a trader. He was a successful trader. That's what the record says. Which war did he fight? That a Dombo will go and put his chieftaincy under Okori. They all left together, like you said. The Dombo was of the Tuame. The Akalas and the Godos. They all left together to Aponima. How can a Dombo, who was far richer than Bob Manuel, be under Bob Manuel? Under what? Idombo was a direct descendant of Amakri because his mother Ada was married to the Amakri, and because you don't know kalabari tradition, you come to talk about kalabari tradition. If I hear Elebo and give to you, All the children that or the products of that union belong to me. They are my children. Kalabari regard them as my own children. And that is why Namakri treated Ombo exceptionally. You yourself, in your this thing you said, that Ombo gave his son Karimo. Namakri gave his son Karimo to that Ombo to mentor. He gave Otachi to Ombo to mentor. He gave Edi Abali to Ombo to mentor. They were his mentees. That this Biambo, that Nabo Biambo, Ele Pique, or the Kadibia, Ele Pique, they were bought by that market. Yele Pique to Yele Abinetable. Here that what. Come on. Everything that will reduce Amakri, that's what you are doing. You think that people don't know what you are doing. But you fail. You will fail. Like others before you failed, you will fail woefully. And at the end of the day, the consequences will consume you and those who are behind you. It has not started. No Amakri will put on the consequences of what you are doing today will consume you. Now, government can recognize anybody. How can government recognize Okori, which is a subsistency under Tiger? Even in the signatories, come and check the signatories of how they sign. My father Edi Abali always sign before Manuel. Even though he was sitting on Amakri's son's stool. I pointed it out to you. So in importance in Kalabari, you cannot compare Okori and Edi Abali because the signatories to all the treaties clearly shows that Edi Abali was signing with the Manuel. In 1884, when even the Edi Abali house was weak, in 1885, after this thing, let me show you. But I'll come to that later. So that's this thing. Yes. Eleru, Amakri brought Eleru from Ososo. When Eleru wanted to go back to resume as chief priest of Amadia Ososo, he left his son Osiago. Which descendant you are? That does not mean that all the Kadibia and Elebuke were not bought by the Biampo. You think it is as easy as that somebody will stroll as you are walking. Even now, go to Lencalabar on your own now, if we are not there. Or go to Imokolo just there on your own. Shiawami Kunte Kamak to have Imu in Babe, Nebachimare, me present him, everybody. Can I say Doctor Pellet can pray to at the doctor level and even in Bedinamabo or wherever they are in Sakita Muntibom freely. One around Jumwe. How easy where? Is it easy? I think we are talking of today. More men pass off, Arbukla Sela Mamu Yang or Arbukla so Bilibak Muyang. Arbukla so Kimuyang. Yes, na ya to me just came whether a river may sanitize it and it be there moko everybody mention my brother so everybody this thing whether in name or boto the papa want to tell us we neighbor And they kill on gonna win a bra in and they get them 300 that they have they mean different thing to different people. So if you don't even know, Bakana today, Iyala is grandson of Eteniba. Iyala is grandson of Eteniba. So Iyala is an Amakri. Ibrahima is the son of Imbibi. Imbibi is Ombo. So he's an Amakri. Inimia. So what you don't know, you open your mouth. Yeah. Amabra. Iyalada. Eteniba tubo. Eteniba. Amabra. Eteniba. Amakri tubo. Yes, Jambam Amakri also. Jambam Amakri. But what Amakri also are you? Amakri you, she's Amakri child. Because Amakri also, or Amakri to. In Bakana Bomi, they are not Amakris. Amabra Waremoko, Edi Abali announcement, Tombi Abe Kulekri. Ibrahima, Imbimbi to. Imbimbi, Omba Warebo. So already, Ibrahimana, Iyalana, Sote, Bakana Mebo. Because Ibrahima be minibari fucha the Bakana, Sote. By the time you count other people with other links, you will see so many other people. These are the two obvious people. So what are you trying to say? You see, when you say things, go and read more. We have taken time to read. We bury ourselves in these books. Now, in 1909 at Ichokpo, you yourself said that Ken is signed as a minor of Kalabari and he was reprimanded. So they ambushed him, very clear, intimidated him, even with the support of the colonialists, to deny that he was a minor of Kalabari, he was a minor of Bugma. He was a weak man if he did that. His son, Cotton, did the same thing, denied Amakris too, accepted this thing, NDMS too. This is weak. The JT Prince allow it. That's why you are saying JT Prince was. At which time that you are one? Let me show you document they signed after they left Ellen Calamari. God Almighty. This is a petition about trade. They sent to the merchants who are trading at New Calabar on 18th of August 1882. Look at it. King Amakri, Abonima had been founded at that time. Oh. King Amakri, George Amakri, John Bull, also Manuel, Harry Braid, before Bob Manuel, Young Breeze, George Will, Tom Bigary, Stanford Jack, Harry also, George Goodhead, John West, Tom West, Granville, Douglas Manuel, Young George Goodhead. Young George Goodhead, Prince Latumo, Black Duke, Young Annie, Big Fowl, Jack Reed, John Amakri, Pepple Amakri, Charles Oswald, Young Harry, Tiger Amakri, West Braid, Best Man Briggs, Young Jack, Tom Lawson, Warmate, Young Don Pedro, Prince Dick, Benimo George, Douglas Young Annie, David George, Fine Face, Abby Youngtown, Jack Youngtown, James Wuche, Benimo Tom Tom, and Big Tom Tom. You said there was no kalabari sale. Look at the names. David George is Igbo. Of Tombia. Fine Face is of Tombia then. Abby Youngtown is of Tombia. James Youngtown is of Tombia. Jack Youngtown is of Tombia. James Fuchi is of Tombia. The name of Big Tom Tom, James Fuchi is of Fuchi Imoko. The name of Big Tom Tom, Abalama. Big Tom Tom is Abalama. There was no Calabari sir. August 18th, 1882. The letter of petition. This same letter was written again in 1885 when they had been in Buguma, Abonima, Bakana. This same letter that if the merchants cannot come with their distance and they want to keep their agent, only agent to operate in the Kalabari territory, Kalabari will stop trade. They send that this thing again. The same signatories that signed with new people, 1885. Now, funny enough, 1885, Bob Marley signed at 5th after my father. After when the Edi Abali had become even weak. And Bob Marley signed just as chief. He did not sign as Amayanabo of Aponima. Bob Marley signed after King Amakri, the only king, George Amakri, John Bull, Oswald Mawel, Harry Braid, and Bob Mawel, the 5th signatory. Not at Amayanabo. After Aponima had been founded. This same letter was written in 1885 and is still signed as Bob Mawel. Is still signed as Bob Mawel, not as Amayanabo. So, where did you get the Amayanabo? In that treaty. The last treaty signed by Kalabari people with the British after the foundation of Buguma, Abonima, Bakana. The last treaty signed by them after the foundation of Buguma, Abonima, Bakana. In 1884, Her Majesty the Queen of Great Britain. This is the last treaty signed in 1884 before we move into colonialism. After the foundation of Abonima, Bukuma, Bakana, the kings and chiefs of New Calabar agree and promise to refrain from entering into any correspondence, agreement or treaty with any foreign nation or power except with the knowledge and sanction of a Britannic Majesty. You can read. Look at the signatories for Kalabari. King Amakri, George Amakri, Will Braid, Igbanmo Will Braid. Bakana was already founded. He did not sign as Amayanabo of Bakana. This is the last known treaty Kalabari signed before we move from the era of independence or dependence to era of colonialism. Semi-independent sovereign state to colonialism. In 1884, go and check. You are talking of document. You cajole people. Look at it. 1884. July 1884. 4th day of July 1884. Go and check the treaty. Look at the people who signed. King Amakri, George Amakri, Will Braid, John Bull, Oswald, Bob Manuel, Young Briggs. They were the people who signed on behalf of Kalabari. Bob Manuel did not sign as Amainawa. Otoroko. Otoroko. Ineka no nerma. Otoroko. I'm giving you data. I'm not talking from my head. I'm not talking of a meeting, a non-formal meeting that they went, that out of the interest of Kalabari people, Charles Kenya Makri said, look, that meeting was necessitated by encroachment into Kalabari territory, into Kalabari territory, taking part of Kalabari territory at the Kola end. At the western end of the Kalabari territory. That meeting at Ichopo was necessitated. Then, instead of them to fight to recover Kalabari territory, what they did was to ambush him. That we cannot agree. What did you look at before the colonialists? Bob Manuel, maybe, or sign anywhere. Young British moved of sign anywhere. Will Braid moved of sign anywhere. Or above King Amakri, 1884. 4th of July, 1884. The last known treaty signed by Kalabari people. You can decide you don't want to believe. These treaties are of constitutional dimension. That is what in New Zealand, they are now fighting with the British, with the people of New Zealand. The Moors are fighting that they did not accept subserviency in their country. What they signed was a protectorate treaty. We must go to New Zealand and learn from the Moors. That they did not give up their sovereignty. So the protectorate treaty they signed. We did not give up our sovereignty. We signed protectorate treaty. But because of Amaterapo like you, Kalabari is Amaterapo like you. If Kalabari had maintained the status of a protected state and we had said that we did not accept colonialism, will we be in this deplorable, sorry state that we are? But instead of Kalabari to grow and speak with one voice, you people were looking for powers that even if they give you, you cannot use it. Today, if with the Amakri desire go on their way, you will run back to us on your knees crying. Kekana Kalabari crisis wa baka. The Damada of Bakana not right. Every time we are comfortable, you think that there is no crisis. You wait, hey, we are this, we are this, we are this. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, when I Kalabari, hot dog again, and when I found that, Bukuma to come, we are talking. We should come and defend. Kola, we are not Kalabari. Bang, we are Kalabari. We are not Kalabari. Big, we are Kalabari. Everybody should come. The day Bukuma man will say we are not coming, you will know. And you Bukuma people, I'm talking to you. Keep yourself pure and strong. Because what these people are doing is to destroy Kalabari. I ask, totally destroy Kalabari. They don't have any interest. Kalabari is today backward. You can't compare Kalabari and Okrika. Go to from this thing, LNG bridge crossed over. Go to Abloma. Look at the amount of development. Look at the land and the territory and the position Okrika had amassed. If you add the whole of Calabar together, Calabar is not up to 10% of that area. What is the investment in Calabar land? Instead of us to fight for what will develop us and bring us together. Okrika that is made up of different people. They say, Wakrike, one Bakugo Baraton. They came from different areas together. They call themselves Wakrike. Ablome is Okrika. But somebody will stay. Yesterday, I was hearing you because you were talking because of this. These are Tombia people who are saying they're not Kalabari. You are hailing them because they support you so that Kalabari will be destroyed. So that even if they give you the kitchen, can you hold it? I pray that one day you'll be able to hold the kitchen. Can you hold it and defend it? You think because we Kalabari we are weak, others are sleeping. Because we are sleeping. Kalabari when is Saki. You think they are sleeping? They want to take from you. One Bomi and Mama occupied, destroyed. This one destroyed. This one. The people who stood and did this thing happen. So if they were kings, 1884, 6th of July, 1884, Abonma had been founded for over 2 years. Bakana had been founded for over 3 years. And they all came together and they signed King Amakri, George Amakri, Wilbred, Chief Wilbred. He was not a king. John Bull, Osford, Bob Marley, he was not a king. Young Bruce, he was not a king. These same letters complaining about the traders on Calabar was also sent in 1885. None of them signed as that copy which Jones himself said they cannot find the copy. Original copy of that letter. You want the date? The date is 6th of July, 1884. Go and check the treaty. Go and check the treaty. Now, what brought all this problem that you are talking? How do Calabar people become chief? Yesterday you were describing chieftaincies, and I laugh. Chieftaincy evolved through time. What we had were a baker leadership in Elem Calabar. There were 7 Ebeka when Amakri came. He grew them to 14 Ebeka. Today I had grown that Ebeka to 21. Now, at that time, succession to these Ebekas were not like war chiefs. King Amakri, which you also have agreed. So there's no need to argue. King Amakri brought the war canoe chieftaincies. And the first set of war canoe chieftaincies he created were Odum and Ombo. Odum for his father, Awo, posthumous, bad boy. Ombo for his father, Sokutare. And after that, what that David Breeze came to say, how does David Breeze coming to say bother the Amayinabo of Abonima or anybody if you want kalabari in it? That's the truth. How does David Breeze coming to say bother the Amayinabo of Abonima? He's coming to say, does it make him Amayinabo of Abonima? David Breeze, Buena Lano say, Amakriane Buena La Kala Somai, Amakri stool, and okay Buena La Pri. So David Breeze allegiance is to Amakri. It's not to the Akala house. It's not to anybody. Even in the Akala house, Benala chieftaincy is the highest chieftaincy in the Akala Ebeka today. Just for some time. And what possible some, it went into extinction. But that is so. We created that stool. According to you, you told me yourself. He brought back the stool that was existing before after it has gone into comatose for some time. After it has gone into comatose for some time. You yourself told me. And he gave it to his son. David Breeze was not supposed to be doing that. Is it not the Amina of Abonima that had been sitting with David Breeze as chief Diana, allowed Diana? When did he come to the realization that David Breeze was not qualified to head that house? When did the Abonima Council of Chiefs came to the realization that David Breeze was not supposed to head that house? He had been sitting with them. I don't know for how long. Why? You say you love Calabar unity. This man said, I love Calabar unity. He did not have any quarrel with the Amina of Abonima. He said, me, I love Calabar unity. I want to go to say, how does it disturb the Amina of Abonima? If not meddlesomeness and bitterness, how does it disturb the Amina of Abonima? The chieftaincy is a Makri chieftaincy. He has rejected a Makri. He wants to drag his father. You yourself, I have all your voice recording where you were insulting Amakri. Unheard of. And you call yourself Amakri child. The people arguing with you, some of them are not Amakri. That this thing you are doing is not good. I have all your voice record. I have more than 50 of your voice record. David Breeze. Why will David that my son want to marry? How is Benala, the son of Manuel? How is Benala the son of Manuel? No, tell us. Tomorrow you say we are insulting people. How is Benala the son of Manuel? For instance now, if today I have a Bonima connection, I become a chief, I say Edi Abali in Buguma. and I go to Abonima. My mother is Abonima. I want to go and show myself to the Abonima Council of Chiefs. Or today, when I was at Edi Abali, I saw her now, in bringing the houses together, I'm going to Tombia. I want to make sure that I present myself to Tombia Council of Chiefs. How somebody will now stand up in Buguma? Ombawada will stand up in Buguma. Why will he go to Tombia when he knows my connection with Tombia? He knows my connection with Abalama. He will now say, why will you go to Tombia? How does it affect Ombawada? Am I contesting Ombawada chip with him? Kalabari, Kalabari unity Anama. And the Oruwari Lumo, they put him inside this rubbish. How does it disturb him? Is David Breeze contesting with you? It's a question. Is David Breeze contesting? How does it disturb you? That you, for once, you cornered this thing. After that, did Willie accept that rubbish? You people, when you cornered your brother, your cousin. Kenny was your cousin. Kenny was your cousin. Kenny is the son of Awo. Mother to her. Mother to her, Don Pedro to her. Is it not that bloater that made you to go and take cotton to make him endemena Amadaho? Are you talking to Don Deeds? So Omute, yes, me, I believe that out of genuine interest for the unity of Kalabari, but the Yamayamochi does not belong to him. And that's why Willie did not accept it, did not acquiesce it, Jetty did not accept it. We went on my game. 1935, we gathered, you ran away. Alaye Manuel, did Calabar Intelligence Report, you ran away. You are the ones who petitioned the Eastern region, regional government. And when it was time, because you have nothing to present, because we have all these documents, we tender it now. You ran away. We shall waited for you. Came to Tegema, came to Agonima. All of you ran and eat yourself. Wecha came out with white paper, and not only, this is not just recognition. Wecha came out with white paper and laid to rest, gadgeted it. Eastern House of Chiefs. Not only that, Fred Prithvi was co-chairman Eastern House of Chiefs with Obong of Calabar. Amakri the 8th was co-chairman Eastern House of Chiefs with Obong of Calabar. River State was created. Look at how you are lying. At the time of Seidu, Tena Besa was not secretary to government. Tena Besa was running for his life. After the overthrow of Gowan's government and spew, Tena Besa was running for his life. And he said he was the person who, in 1978, was the person who brought record. As for the recognition of Abonima and Bakana, diatribe with other people, exchange with other people. You said they are afraid of their mockery, they are afraid of their base. Why you not, they not go for your house? Why you not go for your house? It is easy. Omala Saukali. It's a Tawadi, whatever. How does David Breeze going to say affects anybody? If David Breeze is upset and is coming to Abonima Council of Chief, you do not want to, like Obama. You talked about Obama. I am a Makri. I am humble. I am still a Makri. Today, I fought and fought to make sure that Obama is independent of Buguma, and that has been granted. Even chiefs within Obama were against me. I fought with everything. Obama cannot be under Buguma because Obama was founded before Buguma. Obama was founded in 1882. Buguma was founded in 1884. So there is no way Obama, yes, that humble gave birth to Igbo, he gave birth to Idonubo. Igbo and Idonubo did not see Buguma. That humble did not see Buguma. That humble is not a Buguma man. Some of his children are in Buguma. Some of his children are in Tombia, they are Balis. Some of his children are in Bakana, the Brahmas. Some of his children are at Obama, some at Abalama, the Gurulele and others. It does say they are no longer with us. Okay. Okay. We say, okay, no problem. Ida kan potara bele tremo return okubo. Yamao, Oyangala, Sona Jiba, Alowiba, Ezebao Adombo. Ida kan potara bele tremo Dono Kubome, Yama Oyangala. But we are expanding, we are developing. So anybody, yesterday you are quarreling with Kula people. You are a Kula man. Yero Chukato, Ochuka Kula Imbo. Yero Toba Famatobo. Yero Kula Imbo, Yero Puari. Bra Secretary Lab Mabo Egboro. Yerikin. What we need is unity. You are fighting David Briggs. You are fighting him because he wants Kalabari unity. Why will you fight him? How does it affect you? How does it affect anybody? Say, Bobra. We met, we sat. We want unity for Kalabari. Yes. If tomorrow we sat down together, we saw if Amaina died, and Amainabo is not immediately brought, let the Amaina of Bakana become regent. If Amaina of Bakana is not around, let the Amainabo of Abonima become regent. I am susceptible to it, as far as I'm concerned. The other day you sent me choristers, Shekriwabo. If they are not united, will you send them to me, the choristers, people in choristers uniform to me? Saw me choristers uniforms around. I didn't give them my head. Do you see the caliber of chiefs? I told you, me choristers, my name is Kalawan reduce the ground. Eh? Mogi Yarura, Abiri Brabo, Abo choristers, or the Shekri is a tribe. Kalabari is a sub-tribe of the Jumbo. Oyewagbarubusime. There's no need for this thing. David Breeze Oyevori. Go tell Winch on Ofori because you don't want Kalabari unity. Me and me, July 4th, 1880. Your father Bob Manuel did not sign as a Amainabo. Did not sign. Sorry. David Breeze chieftaincy with the Manuels over Abonima kingship, over Abonima minorship. He's at liberty to switch to those in the camp, but he was with you. until he decided to, he realized that as a politician, as a kalabari elite, it is more important to kalabari people to come together than for us to stay apart. Today, there's a big movement in Bakana talking about kalabari unity. Abonima wants to, a few group of people in Abonima want to be in isolation so that they will continue to keep kalabari in disarray, so that people will pray on us as a people. Is it fair? Is it good? Kalabari man is okay. Or my reply, ma. I'd go find them. After today, I'll go back, I'll reply, ma. But I'll go find I'll give you, I'll also Jenny. Our take home is that we'll go papai. Treat is on me. This is on me. 1882, in letter came. Bob Manuel, after the foundation of Abonima, he still signed a chief Bob Manuel. After one of the weakest Edi Abali, Edi Ekine was the head of ATR. He even signed behind Edi Ekine. Not Ebrebibo, not Edi Karibo. Bob Manuel signed. He did not sign as Amainabo. In 1884, the last treaty we had, 4th of July, 1884, he still signed as himself and Young Bridge signed. They did not sign as Amainabo or anything. Wilbridge signed. He did not. The documents speak for themselves. That they cornered. That is the straw. He's looking for a straw. That they cornered Kenny. Their cousin, oh. Their cousin. Brought at all. Amability, they cornered him at Ichopo and made him to say, when even he signed as a man of Kalabari, they reprimanded him. According to you, is there that he should shine as a Amainawa of Buguma? Which other person had ever done that? Willie came. Did Willie do it? J.T. Prince came and he stood firm. He fought them until he won. Uwesha, J.T. or that. I think Ramadayo or Kedim. When Okrika war came, all of them that were contending, they ran away. After all the DC Ingi, Agbandogi Fama, Yopingo Koba, Agbandogi Calabar, everything you found there. Wey, Mangboja. Madowa, you take us for granted. One day, when one thing will happen, we will not appear. One Arabia. Why would I bring fold it on the work? Then break up Abonimas and I river some. Yes. Then break claim. Jenny the boss of Mubuguma claim. Jenny. Boss on Buma. Okrikabe and Bakana and I. Jenny the boss of Mubuguma claim. Look Kian. Wam la digiwa. But I don't think that we will go to that length. Don't start a battle that will further this. David Briggs, a go called David Briggs, embrace him. He has nothing to do with you. As long as he recognizes you as a minor of Abonima, why will you stop him from recognizing the Amina of Calabar? Do you have the right to stop him from recognizing the Amina of Calabar? Is there any law stopping him from recognizing the Amina of Calabar? David Briggs, you are the hero of Calabar people. You are the beginning of Calabar new unity. Whatever the persecution you are going through, history will write your name in gold. Chief David Briggs, Dadwa and Allah, Salabo. I'm your